ओम गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुस्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. Om. Today it is Sunday. I am very late by 20 minutes. Yet I shall speak just half an hour. May not be much. Okay. So in the fifth chapter, the 22nd shloka, we were discussing yehi sansparshaja bhogaha dukkha yonaya evate adyantavantah kaunteya nateshu ramate bhudaha. Those sukhas. Sukha means the pleasures which are born of sense pleasures are only dukkha yonaya. They ultimately lead to sufferings alone, ultimately lead to displeasure only. The pleasure leading to displeasure. See, this is an explanation. This is a discovery of Vedanta. All our sense pleasures ultimately lead to displeasure. That means we are not unnecessarily creating a negative feeling, negative understanding about them. There is a pleasure, no doubt, but if you depend too much on it, if you get addicted to them, depend too much on them, and you hope to have those pleasures. Oh, it's not audible. Just a minute. I think it is okay. I replugged it. Anything wrong? I think replugged it. It's working, I think. So the worldly pleasures, they... Just a minute. The very contact of the external objects through our sense organs produce some kind of pleasure. One is instinctively. Okay. One is instinctively the very contact of the senses with the external objects produces what is that? Pleasure and pain. And also pleasure, pain means favorable, unfavorable experiences, and also heat and cold. Shitoshna sukha dukkadaha. In the second chapter, it was stated already. Matra sparshastu kaunteya shitoshna sukha dukkadaha. It is natural. Then second point is, these pleasures are not simple neutral pleasures. These pleasures create some kind of, an impression upon us. It is something like, I give you an example of a businessman. A trader wants to sell his objects. In the earlier days, they would simply sell. He produced something, agricultural product or something. Those who want, he simply sells. That's enough. Now, the present, what you call the consumerist economy, they not only they produce, they want to attract people so that they can buy more. Not only they buy it now, they become dependent, addicted to them. Because of addiction, they They will be able to buy my things continuously again and again, these things. So your addiction becomes a necessity for them. Okay. This modern economy, addiction, see, in our village where I was born, there was a simple human life and simple economy, and people would produce and sell them according to the need. They would see that we are selling it to human beings who need them, and these people also, when they pay, it was just for living. They would sell and make their money, and with that money they live their life. It was just for living. Now then later when I came to cities, the life is different. It is not for living. It is, they want to enslave you, make you addicted to these things so that you want more and more. You cannot live without them. You cannot live without them. You should get addicted to them. Then only you will buy. This is too much. This is inhuman. Making a similarly, our pleasures also, not only they just give you pleasure now, they make you, they attract you, they leave an impression on you, so that next time you yourself will come running for it. Tomorrow you will come running for it, and you will be willing to pay more money, and you will say, I am restless, I cannot live without it, you must give me, then I'll make use of you. This is what the very nature of objects. Any objects of enjoyment make us addicted. So the mind which becomes dependent, not only the pleasures, even the emotional relationships also. It is not that we simply enjoy a sentiment and a love of a person and just go away. It's not that we simply enjoy and go away. No, even that attachment, that sentiment, that emotion, that love becomes an attachment, and it becomes a possessiveness. Not only possessiveness, it starts demanding. It starts demanding, makes a demand that yes, I love this person or I love this object, then he must be favorable to me, should be available to me, should be conducive to me. Otherwise, he will bribe them. He will again attract them and do something to them and bribe them, attract them, give them something because that person should be with me. If he doesn't do all sorts of things. One is attract them. Second is bribe them, persuade them, praise them. Then otherwise threaten them. Okay, we call in Sanskrit Samadana Bheda. Samadana Bheda Danda. There are the 4 ways. These are all politicians' ways, a kingly ways. Sama, Dana, Bheda, Danda. Sama is by pleasing. Sama is by nicely talking, persuading and pleasing. Second is, when you love a person or an object, these 4 methods, we means any human being, adopts. One is by persuading, by pleasing them. Second, by bribing them. If the person whom I love doesn't stay with me or doesn't allow me to be in his or her company, then we bribe them. Dana. This is the second method. Third is, if he refuses to go away, then I threaten him. I'll show him that, hey, if you go away there, that is the problem. Then I'll tell him threaten them. If still he doesn't live, doesn't listen, doesn't obey, I like the person, I love the person, then I tell you, not only threatening, I start punishing him, start slapping the person or holding the person, remain in my room, arrest them. Remain in my room means lock up in the house, or they hurt them, hit them and do all sorts of things. Sometimes they even kill them. They say, if you don't love me, you cannot love somebody else. You can't marry somebody else. You must accept me, otherwise I'll kill you. There have been cases, or put acid on their faces. This also we hear them. What is all this? Your emotion becomes a possession, domination, demand, control. See how in the beginning the emotion becomes too shy. When you love a person in the beginning, it's like, then if a person shows some positive response in the beginning, you feel very shy. Again, then you are surprised, and you feel how lucky I am that the person likes me, loves me. Oh, then you feel you're surprised. You don't believe yourself. Then you believe God, that how kind-hearted, how blessing, how compassionate is God is. In the beginning, it is nice. Then later, you start expecting it. Second time, third time, also the same gestures, same kind, compassionate, loving gestures. The person may not be interested, or may be in a different mode. Then you say that why is not he or she is not caring? Oh, then you try to attract a person. Then you try to bribe them, or you threaten them. Then you punish them. Why? All this because even emotion also doesn't remain an emotion. A pleasure doesn't remain simple pleasure. See, this is the human nature. All over the world, this is the human. Why human, animal, human, everywhere? It is just the same. Whether it is a physical pleasure or an emotional feeling of love and attachment, these things, gradually it starts possessing. It starts first expecting. Then it takes for granted, yes, I must get it. I have right to demand. It says, yes, I am supposed to get it because I cared for him, I love him, therefore he must care for me. So then it becomes a demand, then possession, then demanding, pressurizing, controlling. Then if you refuse, then punishing. It goes to any extent. That's why people are unable to solve this problem of violence, because it is the very love that turns into violence, hatred. What can you do? People love, they fall in love and live together, then they start quarreling. They start hating, quarreling. The hatred goes to such an extent, oh my God, it's unbearable. And you don't know what to say. Then whom? Again they expect love from another human being, another person. But the same, it may be there in the beginning and it turns out into hatred. You don't know what to solve. This is the whole human society all over the world. You don't know what to do. You need love. You need care and love of the person. But the same person shows in the beginning love and later starts demanding, and then the differences come and start creating problem. They start hurting each other. Where you love, there alone you get hurt. You get hurt, but you cannot withdraw your love. And without love, you can't live. But in the name of love, hatred also comes. Hurt also comes. Then what to do? I think this seems to be universal all over the world, in all human relationships. Nothing can be done. And so then psychologists have started counseling, then the society, and then they said we have invented divorce. Just because we have got love and we have got a what you call divorce also, ending of a love. Therefore, just as there is a marriage, there is a divorce. Then the remarriage, again there is a divorce. Then does this permission, does this facility of divorce solve the problem? It again leaves some hurt, some care, and then it leaves some feeling of hurt in your mind. Then where will you go? Where will you go? How to heal it? And in trying to heal, people say that, oh, counseling is not enough. Again, you get related to somebody else. You fall in love with somebody. And can you assure that you will be happy in another relationship? That your emotion is always safe? Again, you fall in love with another person, that again with a half doubt and half suspicion. But still you need some relationship. Therefore, you go with another person. And then again, that person for some time, again you get hurt. Then it goes on endlessly, love and hatred, and then marriage and divorce. Then what is the solution? People don't see. They're trying to improve, and counselings, and then society, and the money and relationship. Oh, we have got kind of what you call experts. Experts come and they try to counsel you, advise you. The counsel himself got the same problem with his or her spouse. Then who will solve you? Therefore, they found that, you see how the new invention has come. This man-woman relationship, it attracts, but at the same time repels also. It gives you, pleases you, but it also hurts you. Therefore, they changed it. Let us change the physical body. Start man loving and woman loving. So let there not be. People are trying to all kinds of things. These are all superficial, childish nature. It is like monkey's balance, we call this in English. Monkey doing a balance. Monkey balancing, you know the story? It's a very interesting story. I think everybody knows it. Monkey balancing. When two cats were quarreling, they got one roti. You know that? One piece of roti, one cat got it. Another cat also saw it from a distance. Both of them came running to it, and both of them simultaneously laid their hand on the roti. The two cats say that, hey, this is my roti. And other cat says, hey, this is my roti. But how to distribute this? How to have? Both of them are quarreling, hey, my roti. They don't know to divide the roti into two pieces and take each one half roti. They are not human beings, but human beings are no different from cats anyway, in certain respect at least. So cats were quarreling. Ultimately, monkey. They found a monkey they're playing. They thought that this seems to be more intelligent than us and also bigger in size. It can jump and go elsewhere. Then they asked monkey, oh monkey, oh respected monkey, revered monkey, you seem to be intelligent. See, we have a quarrel here. Will you help us? What is your quarrel? See, both of us simultaneously saw the roti and laid our hand on that. So we are unable to decide who should get this roti. Then monkey told it, that is easy. Divide it and take it. Take a part, divide it and take each one piece. Then he told, but yes, we divided, but that still it is a bigger piece. One is a bigger, another is smaller. Oh, that I can weigh for you. Monkey told he brought a balance. Okay, he brought a balance. He hold it like that old days balance, in village type of balance. Now modern or electric and all that, I don't know. But the modern, I'm a village man. I lived in that old balance salon. You hold it with your hand. There are two basins here, two plates, and they are hanged under a horizontal rod, and hold it in the beginning, in the middle with some thread. And it broke the roti into two pieces, put one on this plate and another unplaced. When it tried to raise it, one was more. One side it was weighing down because it was heavy and the plate was coming down. Then what it do? It broke what it is supposed to do? Break a piece of it and put it on this side, isn't it? Break a small piece of it and put it on the side, so that see that it will be balanced. The division of the roti would be balanced. What the monkey does is, it cuts the piece of it and eats. You know, and it deliberately cuts a bigger piece so that the other one looks higher, other one looks heavier, and this looks lighter. Again it tried it. Oh, this one is looking heavier. It took a bigger piece, it cut it and ate it. What? Monkey. And then what happened? The left one is weighing heavier. Again it cut it. This way, from left side, right side, left side, right side, piece after piece, it is breaking and eating and breaking, eating. At the end, entire roti monkey has eaten. The cats have become helpless. They don't know what to do because they lost the whole bread. They lost the whole roti. They thought that this monkey is intelligent. It would divide it and then balance the roti and would give us, so that the quarrel will be solved. This is what is happening in human relationships. See, by measuring where will you please a person. By measuring, I have spent this much money for you, I have given this for you, you have not cared for me. He says, you have not cared for me, I have done so much for you. where will it end? This will never solve the problem. Therefore, Shastra says the emotion is not simple emotion. It starts possessing. The problem is here when the emotion becomes a possessive one. It creates a problem. The pleasure becomes an addicted one. It starts a problem. Anything, if somebody respects you, pleases you, honors you, then you expect that he should honor me tomorrow also. Again tomorrow. Once he honors and next day ignores, you feel again unhappy. In all these things, there is one thing common. In physical pleasure, emotional attachment, love and other relations, love and other feelings, love, compassion, kindness and all, and intellectually respect. Even power also. You give a power, you give a big position today, and tomorrow say that, okay, somebody will occupy, please come down. He'll say, he'll become angry. I have occupied a high position. How can you give me a lower role now? Anything I get it. Anything I enjoy, I get addicted to it. Once I get addicted, I take it for granted. I cannot live with it. Then if I lose it again, I'll become unhappy. That's what he says. Yehi sansparshaja bhoga dukkayonaya evate. All these physical pleasure, emotional love, and intellectual honors, respects, and possessions like money and etc. Ultimately, they are most likely, almost, why completely, thoroughly, definitely will lead to dukkha yonaya evate. They lead to dukkha only. Physical pleasure makes you bereaved that you lost it, you miss it. Emotionally, you feel again that you are hurt and you lost it. Intellectually, first he honored, now he does not honor, that's all. He didn't insult me. Even not honoring looks like insult for me. What I got earlier, if I don't get it again, I feel insulted. So, this way, everything hurts me. Whatever, therefore, you cannot trust these physical level, emotional level, intellectual level. This is called samsara. See, our rishis have watched, observed the life and understood where is the real solution to all these problems. Adyantavantah kaunteya nateshu ramate buddha. These pleasures, as we have discussed in the previous class, they addict us, they make us dependent on them, and they are short-living, temporary, short-living. There is no pleasure which is eternal. There is no emotional love which is eternal. Third thing is, there is no pleasure, no emotion, no honor which is totally fulfilling. You get some honor, with this honor, you feel that I should be honored more. With this love, I feel that they should love me more. If once they have shown a love for us, do you think that, oh, they have shown me love for today, now we go tomorrow onwards, even if they don't show, doesn't matter. I got my share of love, I'm happy. And no, nobody ever says that. Today or tomorrow, or for 1 week or 10 days or one month, he or she loved me very kindly, very happily. Okay, after 1 month, now you don't mind. You don't mind being rejected because you got your share of love and it is enough. No, that rouses more expectation. Then the expectation becomes thicker, and possession then becomes more problem. Every love creates more problem. Every honor creates more problem. Every pleasure creates more problem. Therefore, dukkha yonaya, they are short-living. They are not completely fulfilling because they are not absolute. You got it, but you want more. Some people say, when you got it, why do you want more? I got it, but I feel that's not complete, so I need more. That means any amount you get looks that it is not fulfilling. It is nice, I like it, but I want more. The more, how much more? More you get, more you want more. More you get, more you want. It never becomes complete, isn't it? One is, time-wise, it is short-living. Quality-wise, it is fluctuating. Quantity wise, it is never complete. Which one you get complete? Time, short living. Quantity is short living only. Quality wise, it is never complete. And it is mixed with certain other things. These are all the limitations of it. Therefore, adyantavantaha. They are subject to coming and going and never completely fulfilling. Oh, a person, when he discovers these things, in the beginning he gets angry and he demands, pressurizes, cries, or quarrels, and then feels hurt and tells everybody, writes a big novel and story that how I have been cheated, but right from my own parents, my own husband or wife and people, how I have sacrificed so much for them and they have not done anything to me. Everybody has got somewhere in your life, either your friend circle, either your wife or husband or children or your parents. Somewhere you are hurt. Is there anybody's life? You see, all people have been very nice to you and very kind-hearted to you. Nowhere. No person lives. At least one person is good, but other person is hurting to you. Or that person is so nice to you that we never quarreled, we were very nice people. It will be so short-living that either she dies or you die. One of them will die. That's all. You will live whole your life with your bereavement only. Then you say, why God did like that? In between, God has come now. Why God did like that? Ayyo Rama. Now what can you do? He did it. Poor God, he knows whatever he did, whatever he thought of it. He thought that it is good for you. He thought that is the only way. That is the way. That is his way anyway. We don't know. That is his way. He did it. Now where will you go? So, if you find a very lovable person, it will be short-living. Or if you find a partially lovable person, or the very love itself will turn into hatred. If it doesn't turn into hatred, it will not last long. Or if it lasts long, you will be so physically unhealthy and poor that your very living with them becomes very torture for you. They are a loving person, but your poverty and other ill health and other problems are so much that your very living itself looks like a great tapas. Like Sita living in Lanka and Rama living here in what is that? Rishamukha. In Rishamukha Parvata, he lives here and Sita living there. Both of them are crying. And then Sugriva was also suffering and Sugriva's problem is over. Now he went away. This is what goes on. So therefore, all our Puranas provide you plenty of events reflecting our life. Therefore, adyantavantah kaunteya nateshu ramate buddhaha. So the wise man first understands the reality, the fact of life, whether pleasure at the indriya level, emotion at the level of mind, honors and other intellectual joys at the level of intellect, or some kind of a joy at the level of intellect, or pleasure at the level of prana. All these things are tentative, short-living, not completely fulfilling, partly giving joy and partly having their own things. When you know it is their nature, don't expect. Why do you want to expect? This is how they are. In the beginning, mind doesn't accept. It wants another attachment, it wants replacement. Most of the people want replacement. If one is lost, we want replacement. But in spite of replacements, all of them have like this alone. A new replacement also is more or less like this alone. Slightly different, it is same. Then he thinks again, so then he will be shocked. When you talk to others, read books, listen, watch the films, read novels and stories and biographies of others, listen to Vedanta, then you start realizing whole world is like this. I thought my life alone is like this. You talk, everybody's life is same. You are a representative of the entire world. If you know yourself, you have learnt the whole world. If you know your life, you understood the entire world. Entire world is you. Your life represents the entire world. Oh my God, it is a new revelation for you. It is a new discovery for you. So in the beginning, people don't accept. Some people accept it, but it makes you a different person. You are shocked. But I have to accept there is no way. This is how life is. Once you accept, then your mind gets detachment. This is what you call vairagya. Then you look for this a stable relationship of love, the stable happiness, stable love, and stable peace of mind. Where will you get it? Not in any of these things. Atma kamaha. When you see, you want a stable relationship of love, a stable happiness, and stable peace of mind. That is possible only if you can relate with that entity, with that object, with that person, whoever it is going to be stable. What is that stable? Only Atma is stable. Therefore, if you fall in love with Atma, which is all pervasive, which is self-existing, which is all the time with me, which can never go away from me, if I get related to that Atma, if I get related with Atma, if I fall in love with that Atma, that will never go away. All the time with me, I can never miss it. And it is all the time fulfilling also. To be all the time fulfilling, my heart also should be completely surrendered to it. If I retain a portion of it, if my love is a conditional love, reserved love, reserved means a part of the mind, I withhold it, then you won't get complete now. If you want a complete love, my heart, mind, sense organ, everything should be left to it. That means it is your will. Whatever he or she does it, he means Ishvara. That Paramatma, whatever he does, I accept it. From my side, I don't lay any condition. I don't expect anything. When all my expectation drops, dropping the expectation means expecting whatever happens is what you expect. That's all. Means your expectation and your acquisition both should be just same and equal. What you get is the same as what you expect. You don't expect anything more than what you get. See, not expecting means what? Not expecting means getting, expecting and readjusting your expectation. Readjusting your expectation, whatever you get, whatever amount, whatever quality, you expect that alone. That means your expectation and what you get is always equal, always full. Whatever, that's why we say tentative expectation or open expectation, not a fixed expectation. Whatever comes, we don't know. Whatever comes, that's what I'm ready to accept. My expectation is equal to what I'm going to get. This is called dropping expectation. Otherwise, how will you drop totally? Without expectation, you can't remain because you will be stoned then. You have to expect. That means your expectation should not be fixed one. It should be just a flexible one. Whatever you are willing to give, I expect only that much. That means I'm happy with only that. Whatever comes, I accept that much alone. Every moment it keeps changing. Every moment to moment, the physical, intellectual, emotional, achievements, acquirings. My physical acquirement, emotional acquirement, intellectual, money and power and status and etc. All these things every moment keep changing. Each moment it comes a certain degree, in certain quality, in certain way. Okay. But each moment I am happy with whatever quality, whatever amount, whatever way it comes. Okay, I accept that alone. Whatever comes, I accept that. Now at the moment this much, okay, I accept. Next moment it changes, okay, that also I accept. Next moment it changes, okay, that I also. Whatever moment, whatever comes, I am happy with that. That means I readjust my expectation, make it so flexible. Whatever comes at the moment, that is my expectation. Your expectation is always fulfilled. You can never be disappointed. You can never be worried. Okay, this is what he says. A Buddha knows. First he gets vairagya. Then later he says he loves the Atma. Atma is oneself, which is all pervasive. You can never miss it. And it is whole and completely fulfilling. It is not at all short living because it is eternal. Why eternal? It is myself. It is inseparable from myself. Wherever I go, wherever I stand, whatever I do, I can never go away from Atma. I am already part of Atma. Atma includes everything of me, all my movements, activities, existence, my whole existence is included in it. Then you never miss it. You never find it is short living. You never find it inadequate. You never find it is never find it falling short. It never falls short, because whatever it is, I accept it. Therefore, there is no question of falling short. This is called fullness. Therefore, Buddha naramate. In the next shloka, 23rd. So, a wise man, an enlightened man understands that and stays as that Atman. That gives them totally freedom. So that old mind's habit, that samskara of expecting, attaching, getting attached, dependent, emotionally being dependent on them, those samskaras have to be erased, reformulated. Your mind's structure, mind's inner samskara, old habits, relationships, emotions have to be reformulated. Mind is only, what you say that? It is like a book consists of various papers, various sheets. Similarly, your mind or a wall is made up of number of bricks. Similarly, our mind is made up of various samskaras. Samskaras, impressions, experience, all of it has to be overhauled. All those samskaras have to be removed and you have to reform your mind. This takes time. This is called karma, upasana, karma yoga, bhakti and all that. People without doing these things directly, we listen to Vedanta, we understood Brahman, and why I am not happy? I am Brahman, I know it, I am not happy, they ask it. Because this mind doesn't allow you to see it in your Atman. Therefore, mind has to be purified. Purification means this old samskara of our relationship with the external world and people, our expectations, they have to be overhauled, changed, reformulated. Okay. Otherwise, without that, you don't get it complete. Mind itself won't leave you. It is in a particular structure, in particular format. Mind of that format keeps on holding on to me. It doesn't allow you to transcend it, doesn't allow you to drop it, doesn't allow you to change it, because it's stubborn. You have to melt it first, then gradually change it, overhaul it, then in a third stage, transcend it. First melt it, then modify it, change it, purify it, overhaul, or completely purify it. It becomes very transparent and flexible. It has to be made flexible and transparent. Then at the last, in that flexible and transparent stage, then it can be transcended. Otherwise, when it is a hard, rigid, unbending, it can't be changed. Okay. And this aspect of the mind people ignore. They think that by listening to Vedanta, by becoming a scholar of Vedanta, all the problems are automatically solved and Brahmajnanam comes and things are over. The coming of Brahmajnanam means what? You transcending the mind is Brahmajnanam. Mind cannot be transcended because it doesn't allow you to be transcended. And you also don't want to leave the mind. You also want, you means we want to hold on to the mind. Mind also doesn't want to leave us. It is a symbiosis of creating problems. It is a symbiosis of, I cannot live without it. It is inevitable. Therefore, they say, now we start creating philosophy, some people. Human relationships are inevitable, and there is a pain is there. There is a love and there is a pain. Pain is also inevitable part of love. Hurt is also inevitable part of love. Therefore, let us continue. People philosophize the getting hurt and live with it. They get hurt and still live with it. They get hurt and still, because they don't know how else to handle. So these are all tentative philosophies and psychological theories, philosophical theories they create and get stuck there alone. But Vedanta is talking how to permanently solve and transcend it. So these tentative theories are okay. People try to make their theories and live there alone. But he says, a Buddha, an enlightened man, knows the very nature of mind and its real need. Therefore, you purify it and completely change the mind and make it transparent. Transparent is impurity. In Shastriya language, we call it Shuddhi, Antakarana Shuddhi. In modern English, we call it transparenting and making it pure and transparent. That means it is not a problem. The mind doesn't pose a problem. Your mind is not a stubborn mind. It is very cooperative, very understanding, very friendly. You just tell it, it accepts. Bah, very friendly and very happy, very flexible, obedient. Flexible and obedient mind is called a controlled mind. Flexible, obedient, not demanding. Mind doesn't demand, doesn't pose, it is not stubborn, it is flexible, easily adjusting, easily cooperating, easily understanding. Oh, it's not possible. Okay, it will. First it asks, can we do these things? Can I have this thing? No, it's not possible. I immediately ask. First it asks, no, it's not possible. Okay, readily it agrees. In fact, even to say that no, it's not possible, come on, keep quiet, I can't get it now today. In fact, you hesitate to refuse, but it is ready to accept your refusal. So that mind is a very pure mind. It is ready to accept refusal. It only asks, you tell refuse and it accepts. That mind is a relaxed mind, natural mind. Such a transparent, natural, pure mind can face Atma, Antarmukha, and it can discover the Atman as all pervasive, and I don't need it. Mind itself dissolves into Atma. Okay. So we have to develop this self-controlled mind. Therefore, what is to be done? See, this shloka 23rd is very important. It advises you how to purify, control, make it obedient, flexible, cooperative, understanding, friend. Make a mind into your friend. Don't give him over freedom. Don't spoil your mind by making addicted to certain things, by giving too much of freedom. If you give too much of freedom, that mind will sit on your head and it won't listen to you. Moreover, it makes a demand, and it says that you yourself offered me, you yourself promised to give me, why are you refusing now? You must give now. Oh my God, you have been kind to your mind, and mind takes your kindness for granted and becomes a stubborn. All these things you have to handle very delicate way. You must have handled the child. You give over freedom, it will demand. If you don't give, it will cry. Oh my God. Even loving also is a problem. Yes, loving also a problem. Because you love it, starts sitting on your head. And you must give it. And you say it is not possible now. Okay, let us see some other time. No, I want it right now. The child, you can see, a child who grows up, who learns to speak. You say the child, oh, it is not there now, I am busy now, we'll get it later after 1 hour. No, you say, now I want it right now, the baby wants. The baby who knows how to speak at the age of 3 or 4 years old baby, right now I want. Oh my God. That's all. It's like a Supreme Court order. You must get it. Dictator's order. Otherwise, what will you do? You'll cry. Okay, you cry. You will not live. You will not live peacefully if the baby cries. You must bear. Similar to that, in the 23rd shloka, Shaknoti haiva yassodum praksharira vimokshanat kamakrododbhavam vegam sayuktasya sukhi naraha. Therefore, a person, kamakrododbhavam vegam shaknoti, a person who is able to hold the force, the pressure of kama krodha, the pressure born out of kama krodha. That means raga dveshas which exist in our mind, they should lose all their pressure. If they have whatever the degree of pressure they exercise on us, they make us their slaves. So we should learn gradually come out of the pressure. That means your raga should not have any pressure on you. See, your raga means your liking should be a simple liking, a pressureless liking. If you dislike something, you hate something, your hatred should become a simple pressureless hatred. You dislike it, it's okay. It should not be a pressure. Okay, that raga and dvesha should lose all their pressure. They should become simple friends. So a person, while he is alive, should be able to withhold the pressures, or how to say that, remove their pressures. You should be able to remove that pressure from the mind. Mind should become a simple, gentle friend. Gentle, it only touches the topic. It only touches it. Can I have it? Can I have it? It politely asks. Now you say, no, it is not possible. Okay. Okay, instantly it accepted. It should not be any kind of pressure at all on us. It simply asks, that's all. Asks. Whatever you give, it takes. If it doesn't matter, okay. Doesn't matter, okay. Anyway, it is ready. This mind you have to make it. Otherwise, the mind's nature of demand, pressure, you should never yield to the demand and pressure of the mind. A person who wins over it, who never yields to it, he is a successful man. He says, how long? Until the end of your life. Anyway, this shloka we'll discuss in the next class. Okay, so you should be eternally unyielding to the mind. Let the mind yield to you. You should not yield to the mind. You and mind, who are there? Is it not the mind itself talking? No, there are two things within the mind, you and your mind. What is this you and mind? These two different things. We'll discuss in the next class. Okay, next Sunday. Okay. Hope by next Sunday I'll become better. I'll be much better. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat.